Deoxys managing to get the first hit there with her guns. Oh, disrespecting the plus range with the down one. Very smart. And a clean jump in from Fox. And here we go. He's going to do some hefty damage in the restand. Ooh, and the whiff punish off the back one, too. Oh, very nice scout there, but no punish on the whiff. EX not punch. Puts himself in the corner. Needs to be very careful now. Very nice use of the interactable to get out of there. SonicFox just trying to get relatively closer and wait for his chance to open him up. Nice tech grab by Fox. EX not punch. What's the mix? 4-3-4. Very nice block by Deoxys. Got opened up. Goes for the break. Malala Jackie just going to try and gain some meter.
And look at the respect that Deoxys shows SonicFox. That's one thing that you do not want to do is give SonicFox a chance to play the neutral and react accordingly.
Deoxys just gave Fox that extra chance to breathe, and Fox took advantage of it. Down 3 in the flip kick, the savagery. Fox knows no limits. Stanky leg. Here comes a beautiful hit conversion. 33%. Blocks are there. Very nice straight on the flip kick there. Nice reactions by Fox.
And very good check there from SonicFox. Yeah, actually be careful there. She is plus and does possess, I believe, an 8-frame mid with standing forward to follow. And what a conversion from SonicFox.
Now Deoxys is not out of it just yet.
Oh, the big drop!
The combo.
You cannot drop anything against these top players. That is how you put yourself in a hole mentally and physically in the actual match.
That is a real heartbreaker, because if he didn't drop that combo, he could have been sitting in a really good position to make a comeback, at the very least get him off that meter. But Fox, noticing the drop combo and immediately waking up to punish. But you know what? That was a strong showing by Deoxys. He needs to make a few adjustments. That one little pause in his pressure in the beginning of that round, him losing that momentum. Opting to stick with full auto Jackie. SonicFox obviously sticking with Hollywood Cassie.
Round 1.
Here we go, game number 2. Fox going for the jump in 4-3-4, keeping it safe, getting the first hit.
And no punish.
And no punish.
So late on the reversal was Deoxys. He's going to punish himself. Luckily, SonicFox dropping it.
Uncharacteristic drop from Fox.
And look at that big girl damage mid-screen that Jackie does possess. And actually whiffing the small hitbox of Cassie in the corner there.
Oh, standing one stagger to the low overhead.
And that should do it. Oh, it barely drops the back one there.
But the down 3 flip kick will chip him out eventually, Fox. Taking the first round.
These Cassie players, they're down 3 flip kicks tonight. Absolutely savage.
And you just see, it's working almost every single time. It's like they're calculated. There we go, beautiful. They confirm Deoxys has to break.
Down 2 actually
down
whipping.
2, that could have been such a big punish.
And look at SonicFox with the tech. Running through the rocket, avoiding the block stun. And very good stanky leg from Deoxys in the neutral.
Oh, beautiful hit from the execution on that.
And Rob flip kick twice. This man is a savage. And this is going to be chip out.
This is going to end up being chipped. SonicFox with a quick 2-0 over Deoxys. Deoxys needs to make something happen right now, or he's going to be eliminated for the top 8.
Pay your respects.
Fox just take him out in lightning speed fashion.
Defended.
Now Deoxys is really, he's going for a lot of these up missiles, which he keeps predicting Fox to jump, and he wants to convert off of these. But like, I think if Deoxys started going for more of the straight guns and keeping Fox away from him and pushing him back and back, you might be able to actually get Fox a little bit, I wouldn't say irritated, but a little bit eager to get in to do some pressure.
But we've got to switch from Deoxys to the Princess Kitana, who Fox has a plethora of experience with dealing with Dragon week in and week out.
That takes some serious guts to be able to pick a character like that in front of someone who used to main her back in the early days of Season 1.
And what a stand 1! Anti-crossover, but Deoxys actually wasn't ready.
Oh, just misses the hit, confirmed there.
And that's what separates the boys from the men. It's those little conversions.
Oh, very nice, 33% there.
Deoxys does have a strong health lead.
He opted to go for the passive variation, which I think is the really smart move, considering if he could get that Fox to respect that parry, it will change everything. Oh, very nice whip punish on the down 3.
Didn't have the stamina to convert there.
Doing a chunk
and wow!
of damage.
Raw flip kick, anti-air from SonicFox.
That's actually going to do it.
That flip kick reaction to the interactable, unreal.
These young man reactions, I tell you. I tell you. That's to throw the interactable. Nice recovery on the fan. Switches positions, very smart. Goes for the hard knockdown off of the back two.
And SonicFox
this time's the meaty.
Delayed wake up and just jumps out of that string. Doesn't have the meter to actually follow up from that. And
Oh, in the back one, that shoulder saying no ma'am. He just misses the rest of the combo. Deoxys still stuck in the corner, had the interactable out, but he put himself back in.
Down 3 flip kick, catches him pressing a button to try to counter poke.
Deoxys isn't sitting on any meter and no stamina, and this is gonna end up doing it. Fox styling with some swag.
And the teabag to finish us off. First teabag in the night. It took quite some time.
It actually did. I was pleasantly surprised that we didn't see any teabags, but obviously Fox, you know, the legend of the teabag, the speed bags.
He has had those since his insurgence into the fighting game community. Infamously doing them as you've just been eliminated from bracket and giggling in your face. The SonicFox special, ladies and gentlemen.
I think
way to just dishearten the community.
I've fallen. King Sorcerer going up against Revit Leafing with his trademark Dragon Naginata.
And this is a match, like I said last time, went down to the wire to a Game 5 as Noble Illusions tried his best to try to catch this incredibly mobile Tanya that Revit possesses. And he does go Sorcerer again.
Runs all the way in for a down 3 just to get that first hit there. Here we go. Illusion's gonna immediately send him full screen, get that armor portal up and going. Up with the EX Trance, seeming to whiff. Revit Leafing is often to kind of just take his time with it. Doesn't really have a rush to get in. Oh, very nice punish, but doesn't go for the trance. It's that portal up and going. Once that portal's in play, it is so tough for Tanya and Illusions. Wow, that was an insanely dominant round, but here comes Revit Leafing, made sure that Illusions did not get that portal out.
That was such good recognition by Revit to see that the Pogo actually wasn't going to convert and then canceled to avoid being punished on recovery. Very good stuff from Revit.
And you see now how Revit is approaching. He knows the moment Illusions gets that portal up, now he's staying on him as much as possible. Knows that Quan has the trouble getting up. Going for absolutely anything, if it gets opened up by the 4-4. Will he break? Alright, so he's not going to break. Illusion's going to go ahead and get that portal up.
Double hitting armor though. Revit Leafing is going to go into round 3 with a breaker. Meter lead on deck.
Now that's going to be a huge difference now. Not only the meter lead, but the positioning as well. He has Illusions back towards the corner. And
very good.
Very nice jump through that gap.
And you know, the jump one there was armored, and this character's in the air 80% of the time. So that jump one, very smart from Illusions.
Back up and play there, and the double hitting armor keeping him away.
Revit.
And this some good damage here.
Looking like a very good choice with that double hitting armor, and the EX Sky Drop!
And the panic button seems to work. Revit Leafing blowing up that armor with the double hitting. But here, this won't kill. This is going to put him in chip territory. Armor portal is up, and the neutral jump punch in the air.
If he would have actually done the wake up that he'd been doing almost every single time, I think would have won right there. I'm not too sure if he would have taken damage with the NJP or not, but the fact that he went for the single hitting armor, maybe he was trying to get underneath the NJP and just get out of the corner, but then NJP covered it perfectly. And very good stuff from Illusions taking game number 1 here.
Illusions was very smart with that. He timed it. It was almost like he wasn't expecting that neutral jump punch to hit. He was getting it for the meaty to give him the plus frames, possibly go for a chip out situation. But it ended up working in his favor. Revit Leafing went for a wake up attack and it really didn't work out. So now he's switching to go from Dragonata onto Pyromancer. Opting for a little bit more of a zoning situation, which could end up playing in his favor.
Round 1. Fight.
We'll just have to wait and see. He still needs to be a little bit wary of that sky drop. Oh, the rune just missing. Revit Leafing getting the first hit. Very nice conversion there with the EX Fireball. Leafing opting to kind of go in a little bit. Took the hit of armor off him already. The mix, you can only stay away from the blender for so long. Beautiful neutral jump punch. You got that perfectly. Can put him in a hard knockdown situation. He has all the meter of the world to just keep something going here.
And very good Revit getting out of the corner.
Oh, eats that projectile and the sky drop. Didn't have enough health for it to go through.
And got him off a bar. Now Illusions doesn't have the breaker.
Round 2. Fight.
Very good.
Beautiful
Interactable use.
of the interactable. Portal, what's next? Wastes the bar and gets the hit of armor ticked off. Revit Leafing is just content with throwing these fireballs. He really doesn't have a reason to go in on him.
This is actually the character that got Revit into Kombat Cup initially. He went pretty much primarily only Pyro for the first couple weeks.
Oh, gets opened up by the 1-2 into the EX rune.
And uses the plus frames on the down 4 of all things.
He went for the Hail Mary and it paid off.
Using strings and normals that no other quad on the planet has ever dared to even press.
Hey, you know what? It's one thing to win. If you don't go out in style, there's no point.
Very
Illusions,
good
one of the
movement
keys to sweat.
around the projectiles, and Illusions playing the matchup so well right now. But now, he's on life alert in the corner.
There we go. Gets opened up, switches positions. Revit Leafing is in serious trouble. The portal will go into play. No double hitting armor.
Yeah.
Expecting Illusions to almost respect it.
Every other Tanya variation does have a double hitting.
Oh, wow. And Illusions with the beautiful hit confirm off of the armored neutral jump punch.
He's going to go up 2-0, looking like he had worked on this matchup since the last time they played.
That was so smart by Illusion. He had the presence of mind to know that even though he got the neutral jump punch to connect late, he had the time to take those couple steps forward and hit him with that standing forward and toe.
Now, knowing Revit Leafing, before he even did it, knowing Revit Leafing, every single time, he didn't. He actually picked Kobu at first, but he goes back to Dragon Naginata. He is known for going through all 3 variations of Tanya when each and every single one of them doesn't work. But he does go back to Dragon Naginata. That double hitting wake up that also covers the NJP is gonna play a factor here.
And you know what? It's not that his Dragon Naginata didn't do well. It took it down to the last round of the first game. Just a few little key issues there. But Revit Leafing being the type of player that he is, he'll be able to. But now he has Illusions in the corner. Using the interactable to get out, that's going to be key. This stage is actually working out very well.
Running through the kick off the pogo. Illusions looks like he's done his homework. But
had the down 1, didn't get the hit conversion there. Now here we go, gets the conversion off of the room, going to take away his meter and takes more than a bar away from him.
And went for all the risk for essentially no reason there. Illusions. That's the risk reward.
That's just what you get when you want to play a character like this. Sometimes you gotta risk it for the biscuit.
If it works, you're an absolute genius. If it doesn't, Get good, Scrub.
It's a tragedy. If it doesn't work, it's an absolute tragedy. So,
And very
Revit
good.
Leafing with all kinds of pressure right now.
He actually got on the other side of Quan to push him out of the portal. Eventually ended up back in it, causing him to drop the combo. And very good from Revit. Trying to scout an instant jump one or an NJP attempt from Illusions with the teleport back.
Now, I like what Illusions is doing here. He knows that Revit is respecting that armored portal, but if Illusions tries to get in instead, jumps away from the portal, he might catch Revit Leafing off guard. But right there, Leafing making a strong comeback.
Pay your respects.
Going on the scoreboard, sitting at 2-1.
Yeah, and that was perfectly played. Staying out of all of the armor attempts from Illusions, not getting air-to-air like he was early with those jump ones. Keeping his distance and then closing it incredibly fast, mixing up quickly, and then going back full screen. And then making his read back in. He's playing the spacing game incredibly crazy.
You know what? He's been doing a really great job with that, and it just seems that the two of them are almost adjusting based off of each other. Because now what's happening is that Illusions is catching on to what Revit Leafing is trying to do, going for a more aggressive play style. So maybe if Illusions sticks to a little bit more of the zoning game, he might be able to see some more success.
And how Illusions didn't come off of Sky Temple is beyond me as a competitive player. He had the opportunity to.
Unfortunately, you know, it may not be what he's looking at right now. He's a little bit nervous, you can tell.
Right now, he is in control.
The armor portal's up in play and doesn't respect the double hitting armor again. Illusion sitting on set point.
And as you said, not respecting the wake up actually paid off there and puts on the purple rune, and he's going to take that meter from Revit Leafing. And he went for the overhead so many times before, finally catches him with the low. And he's not going to have to respect wake up here, but he jumps the 1-4-1. Not doing it there. But immediate patience from Illusions. And trying to scope him with the back one, but catch him with the jump one anyway, and Illusions is playing out of his mind.
Trouble. Now this will not kill, but the armor portal will be in play, and the next hit will do it. And didn't even have to block it. The armor taking care of the situation. Illusions taking it over Revit Leafing 3-1 to advance in the top 8.
What a crazy sequence there. Illusions showcasing why Sorcerer can be so deadly, especially in the corner, even without meter, even while your opponent has meter.
And here we go. Kevo the man opting to go with Melina against Star Charger, obviously rocking
Round 1, fight.
Yo, who will exceed into the top 8? Kevo's opting to go with Ethereal. Star Charger sticking with Assassin seems to be his bread and butter variation as of late. Oh, and a regular ball roll to stop that meaty. Star Charger spinning both of the bars, switching positions, very smart. Oh, and the parry! Don't you press a button! Ball roll again. Down 3 conversions. A healthy 28%. And the ball roll again just seems to be eating, so it's just not ready for it. EX Assassin run switching positions, Kevo the man hitting almost down 1 lift, doesn't work.
And the down one actually getting him out of the X-ray range, and the raw roll from Kevo, but not getting a full conversion off it. And great DP, doesn't want to deal.
I respect the use of the meter to close out that round, because that would have been so tough for Star Charger to come back from that round. Pound 3 into Assassin run would have been savage. Empty flow to do a 4-1. Kevo scouts it out quickly.
And holding the parry against Star Charger. Do not press buttons on this man. And that's twice Kevo has tried to blow that up with the roll.
Down 1 lift, I approve. Yo, Kevo just getting a little bit too eager with these ball rolls. Star Charger finally scouting it out.
And double overhead! Star Charger in full control of this
Who
matchup.
says Katana doesn't have mix? Who says it? Now Star Charger. Sonya Gaming Star Charger. Doing, making some quick work of Kevo right now. First game there.
And now,
Now,
Kevo is
Kevo's-
going home right now because this was his main for the longest time. Ever since even Season 1 where he played Lau and Fisticuff, Johnny Cage, of course.
Man, fisticuffs in the beginning of this game's life was nightmare. It was the nightmare that no one discovered yet.
Absolutely.
And then the moment DJT discovered it, it was immediately taken out.
But
so here we go.
in every patch of the game, Kevo's only mainstay was Kung Lao. So this is the character who I consider his main, and you should see a much better comfort level from Kevo.
You can already see how much he just seems so much more confident with.
You fear me now.
Very nice patience by Kevo there, knowing to block the forward one. Oh, very nice dive kick there, but doesn't get the confirm.
And what a conversion from Kevo!
The down four spin. I love it.
And looking much more comfortable in the matchup is Kevo, like I said, going back to his bay. Konquest of Laos.
Fight.
You know what? Like I said, you can tell how much more comfortable he is. It's almost like he's finding his groove. You play a character for so long, it's like riding a bike. Eventually you're going to go back and it's going to be just as easy. The down one into the grab, very smart. Will he throw him into the corner? No, this has. Charger going for some pressure. Canceling into the parry and does the backdash. Very nice.
And wake up savagery from Kevo to man.
Oh, had to break there. That was going to hurt. Star Charger not sitting too well there. The blocks are there.
Now any X, you have to watch out for X right here.
Now Kevo's actually going to keep his meter because he knows the threat of X-Ray alone will put him in. The life lead is virtually the same.
And he throws it out. Goes the wrong way. And if he would have committed there on the forward 4-2, I believe it is. Hit a 1 and the orbital head is going to play footsies for him. But Star Charger able to force the block, which does get rid of the orbital head.
Knock Star Charger out. Oh, and then the hat toss.
That was insane. Anyone's game there at the end. What a scramble situation that we just saw.
Wins.
You know what? That was so
Your respects.
amazingly played by Kevo to sit there and beat.
There is a new
When there's a scramble like that, it is so hard to keep calm. The nerves start kicking in, and you start getting a little bit too hasty. The fact that Kevo didn't go for any sort of crazy instant dive kick to try and chip him out or catch him off guard shows that he has the patience. So that was very smart by him. Star Charger obviously going to stick with Katana, sticking with Assassin. No reason to switch off the character.
And now we've got ourselves
We
a
go on to
match.
game number 3.
One of these guys is going to make it in the top 8, where they'll have a chance at some money and extra points for the week, because everyone that has made it this far so far does get some points.
And points, especially this early on, if for anything to get the seeding to move on into the later weekend. Very important.
Precisely.
Oh, it just clips him with the ends of that string. Very nice conversion here. Get a nice chunk of damage.
My fury is at the
Oh, and 4-2 stuffing her 4-2. Just goes for the EX Assassin. That's going to do a lot of damage with her buff. Nice. Punished it, but the conversion just wasn't there. Kevo just sitting in chip range. 6 frame down 3, closing out the first.
round 2.
And Star Charger looking like he's adjusting to the switch from Kevo right now. Taking game number
And
1
he's
so
opting
comfortably.
to take an aggressive approach, and I like it.
I am loving this pressure into either the hold on the parry or the cancel on the backdash. Just kind of making it a guessing game of if you want to actually counter poke her or not. And then once he actually
The down one
sees
lift.
savagery.
You know what? And it just seems to be working. Oh my god, the spacing out the raw wake up spin. Nice, starting to get that mix going there. Star Charger's back is still in the corner. Armor's out. Spends multi-bars to switch positions. He knows he doesn't want anything to do with.
And the side switch, which actually would not have messed up Kung Lao's universal armored wake up if he would have went for it. And that should close it out here. Star Charger, with the readjustment of his own, is going to take game number 3. And off goes his head!
You waste my time.
Star Charger going up 2-1 against Hazard's Kevo the Man. Star Charger's 1 game away from going into the top 8.
Pay your respects.
I'm smelling a potential game 5 here.
There is a
Yeah,
new
I'm not too
you
sure.
take a look at the history of this set. You see how well these guys are playing off of each other. You know Kevo's going to make some sort of adjustment.
Triborg.
And he is going to the Mix Master himself, Smoke.
Now this is going to be interesting. I have yet to see Kevo smoke. We'll have to wait to see how this goes. Smoke does reasonably well against Katana, which could end up working in his favor. But if he's not ready for a Katana of Star Charger's caliber, then he's going to be in for some chop. Go game number 4. Can Kevo stay alive?
And guys, just to go over it, where they made it to right now, making top 16, 25 points. If they make it in the top 8, they're guaranteed at least 50.
Right now, both Sonic and Illusions are sitting comfortably with 50 points. Star Charger going with an insane amount of pressure and just the
And it's the hold again! Kevo is on tilt right now. This pressure from Star Charger is so fun to watch.
And it is looking like Kevo is having some serious trouble again. A very nice smoke away out of the corner. Here we go, going for the optimal combos, okay. Nice block on the mix by Star Charger. He's going for some chip out. And the 6-frame. There you go. Down 3, excuse me. Star Charger 1 round away from the top 8.
Fight.
Oh, beautiful hit confirm. I do not know what I just witnessed. It's down 3 in the lift. Comes up at the back 2-1. Kevo gonna go for the optimal damage. Keeping him in the corner. Stops the rest of that string there. Star Charger had to break. That was gonna leave him in a very dangerous reset situation. Oh, doesn't go for the right string. There you go. That will be able to take it.
Oh,
And
the
a
teabag! Kevo trying to play that mind game right now.
Final round. Fight.
Really? The teabag, okay. You know what? And it goes to show that it's not just the gameplay adjustment that needs to happen. If you can mentally psych out your opponent, that's an easy way to take it.
But here on Kombat Cup, we've seen the early teabags actually not generate a win. We've seen guys.
Slayer is one of those advocates.
Slayer.
We can all admit. Go Star Charger going with the parry. Down 1 in the lifts again. This is going to do a lot of damage. I don't think this will actually. Oh no, that's it.
And that is it, Star Charger.
In the top 8.
What a victory! The back and forth and the counter teabag of his own. The savagery from this man.
And the bittersweet revenge. And you know what? Can you blame Star Charger? Kevin the Man putting up a great fight.
Katana.
Going for a few different characters.
Fatality.
Smoke seemed pretty solid, but Star Charger was just there. He was ready for it.
In the past few months, he has pretty much only played Imposter Shinnok, and it is incredibly good. I got to play it in a long set, and man, oh man, was I impressed.
Oh, very nice EX phase out by Semiij, catching him with that whip punch. Nice backdash there out of the plus frames. Didn't want anything to do with Molina's pressure. And the patience by Rio here. Sitting patiently. Oh, misses the trip guard with the interactable. That could have been huge. Semiij switching positions.
Yeah, looked like he threw that forward 4 a little too early there.
You got the grab and put him back into the corner. Can Rio capitalize? Now Rio's basing out his mixing because he really wants to throw Semiij off, but Semiij's defense is just so on point right now.
A very good punish on the overhead. Rio not even having the stamina there to go for the breaker. And wow! Actually whipping on Molina's crouching hitbox. NRS, please!
That is a mid, is it not?
That is a mid.
I'm pretty sure that's a mid.
NRS, please.
Follow, please, where are you? Rio taking his time here. E to grab by Semiij, 12%. Switching positions again. It's a fight for the corner right now. But being on the pit, that use of the interactable is going to be a major key here.
Yeah, Rio's going to have to break here. Still has a bar, so he still has the launcher into a potential mix situation. But Semiij all over him with these daggers.
Daggers and the grabs are just eating Rio alive right now. But here he comes, finally be able to get something started.
The shoulder into neutral. Time to guess. Keeps it safe.
Oh, and beautiful presence of mind. I know he's going to whip. He dropped the combo.
Oh, and if he would have committed there, caught Semiij pressing a button, and now Semiij doesn't have an armor, doesn't have to respect the fake, but wake him down one!
Wake
The
him down one
savagery!
into back grab. Semiij stealing that game away from Rio.
Oh my gosh, that's some savagery. I've been around some wake up down ones in my life. I did play Kodokan, ladies and gentlemen, but that was savage.
That was a read and a half, man. He knew that Rio wasn't going to go for anything because he was afraid of the ball rolls. Just sits there patiently, waits for the down one, goes for the reversal grab, and that was all she wrote. So Rio sticking with Imposter, very smart. Just really needs to fine-tune a few things. He had the round-winning combo right there, managed to drop it. As unfortunate as it is, everything else seems super solid by both of these players. Semiij, obviously one of the more dominating players in Season 1, is looking to kind of make his rerun. You know, Semiij putting on a little bit of a clinic right now, getting a quick 34%. And the patience by Rio, just waiting for the right time to throw out that forward four. 16% grab. Taking his time here, does not want to make the wrong move against Semiij. And the grab, but he wasn't ready for the grab, and then Semiij punishes him. It's almost as if Rio wasn't really expecting the grab to actually work. Just like that, one false move, lost momentum, and Semiij took full advantage.
Round 2, fight.
Oh, and a good backdash from Rio. Not fully committing that string where he would have been punishable. On whiff. On the forward fork trading. But, oh, what a costly jump back from Rio there.
The entire night, we've been seeing all these tragic drops that could drastically change how the game goes. No punish on the down two by Semiij.
And you know, I like that down two from Rio. Semiij had done the down one throw earlier, and that down two, he was trying to say, do not throw me, sir.
It was a really smart move, and you know what? Smart by Semiij for being able to scout that out. Semiij putting him in the corner, and rolls right through the gap in between the shoulder and the X Spark, and there's nothing you can do about that. Guaranteed ball roll chip in that needed situation, and Semiij is now up 2-0 against Yomi's Rio. It's looking a little bit difficult for Rio right now. He's had a lot of trouble against Molina in the past. His imposter Shinnok's been getting better every single time, but Semiij is just, he's a hard one to take down.
Semiij was our points leader going into Season 1 finals last week, and I believe finished in the finals at 3rd place.
But you know what? Rio, being the tournament veteran that can never... In a second, he could turn this around and take us into a Game 5, which is pretty honestly what I want to see right now. I need to see two tyrants of the FGC right now battling out for the first week of top 8. Oh, gets opened up by the forward three. This is going to do some serious damage. 32%. Very nice. Just goes for the easy down 2 punish, doesn't try to get anything fancy. He doesn't go for the side. And just going for these little grabs, trying to even out the life disadvantage that he's at right now. Afraid, because every single time Semiij is 100% blocking the overhead. His defense is just too on point for Rio to go for any unsafe mix-ups with these grabs.
And another big drop from Rio, who was trying to mount the comeback. He would have gotten some decent damage into another restand, another mix opportunity, but that drop might cost him here.
Now Semiij is sitting ready to make top 8 first week here in Season 2. But Rio is not ready to go down without a fight. Eating grab after grab, that's 12% each time, slowly starting to add up here. Get in there with the shoulder charge. Rio not as confident anymore in grabbing her out of those ethereal moves there. Rio has a bar to make something happen. Still has Marina's ball roll and the whiff grab. He has to break here after he gets his stamina.
Semiij one more hit away from making another top 8 here in Kombat Cup to start up season number 2.
Check will do it. And just like that, a clean 3-0 victory over Rio.
Pay your respects.
Not really much else to say. Semiij just being as dominant as he was last season.
Throne defended.
Rio, they tried to get something going with his imposter. Had to mix out a few times, trying to space him out, but mistiming those grabs to grab. But opting to go smoke here now. Shinobi Retro Tech has had a few different characters. We'll have to wait to see who he decides to go against a smoke of Scar's level. Going with Katana. I think that's actually a really solid pick. Royal Storm Katana. Excuse me. So now Scar, obviously one of the most dominating players in MKX's history, has still had his fair share of upsets on top of him. I mean, you could go on about how many times he's lost in Season 1, but how many times was it by someone other than Fall? I think that's really going to be the biggest. Plus, with all the training he's been doing with Injustice 2, he might need to stay on top of his game. He has a reputation to uphold here.
All right, guys, let's see some clean kill logos in the chat for Retro Tech and some Echo Fox logos for Scar. Who do you guys like?
Scar just going with these 1-1 staggers, just trying to throw him off. Going for the easy grabs.
Well, 1-1-1-2, one of the great stagger swings that does exist in Mortal Kombat X that all Triborgs do possess. Having gap in between the third one, into the two, being +2, you can stagger 1, you can stagger 1-1, you can stagger 1-1-1. It's insane just what this man can do off the string. The only downside starts with a high. I believe has a 7 or 8 frame startup.
Round 2.
So the
Scar taking the first round pretty convincingly. He just seems to be going for this aggressive playstyle to really just make sure that Retrotech can't throw out any fans, whether it's in the air or on the ground. Oh, blocks the first hit, doesn't block the second, but thankfully the gravity helps out in his favor.
some damage coming from Retrotech.
Very nice, chunky 36%.
And it looked like a whiff punish from Scar there.
Car, please. Stop.
And just reversing with 1-1-1. Incredibly easy to hit confirm 1-1-1 as well. So makes it such a strong string. He's gonna go for the mix here. In the throw. Now he just needs one more hit.
Coming.
And if Retrotech blocks, he actually might die just from the EX bombs. But Scar opting to try to kill, thinking that Retrotech was gonna armor with the down 2 there. That has been tech ever since day number 1, where if you have 14% or less health and you armor on wake up and you down 2, you win. Good game, sir.
That was a swift 1-0 lead for Scar right there. Retrotech had some stuff going on in the first round, managed to get a couple combos in there, but it seems that once Scar really just kind of gets going with his momentum, he just seems to suffocate Retrotech to the point where he doesn't want to press a button, and then that's where Scar just kind of runs all over him with all those stagger strings, with the mix-ups, with the grabs. So we'll see if Retrotech can make some adjustments here in game number 2.
Scar breaking out. As one of our co-casters, Doughboy, likes to call the Hobart the most expensive mixer on the planet.
Oh my god, and the EX teleport on reaction to the fan. Dude, what's the mix? Doesn't go for the mix, just goes for the 4-1-3 in the smoke. And this is what I'm talking about. Once Scar gets Savage! It's so hard to stop him.
Wake up, EX teleport. Scar infamous for the EX teleport. Actually misses the jump too to try to get more hits done there. And the trip guard with 1-1-1. Very good stuff.
Just unbelievable play by Scar right now. Retrotech needs to make some sort of adjustment here. It seems to me that Retrotech wants to go for a little bit more of the keep away game, but with all of the strings that Smoke has to be able to just come at you in such a quick way, it's too risky. It's too risky to zone out Smoke. Oh, follows through the string. Beautiful hit confirm there. Going to the invisible. And this should do. Retrotech should have enough to break. Oh, Scar goes for a breakable. He drops it. And you cannot reflect those smoke bombs. Scar now up 2-0 on Kill Gaming.
Pay your respects.
Scar showing just why he's considered one of the top players in MKX's history.
Just one of those things. You go up against a player like this, you just need to be very careful. But it's almost as if Retrotech is being too careful. Maybe he's respecting him just a little bit too much. We'll have to wait and see. But now, Scar has completely shattered this man's faith with Katana. Go ahead with Liu Kang. Possibly might be able to make some sort of difference here. We've seen it a million times before at the Kombat Cup that people have come down from a 2-0 loss, taking it all the way to a Game 5. Now Retrotech is going with Flame Fist in hopes to lock down Scar. Maybe deal a little bit more chip damage as the primary. Oh, goes for the EX smoke bomb. Retrotech trying to go through the gap, but it doesn't work.
And here we go. Retrotech trying to get a little momentum here. Has to watch out for the EX fade.
Very nice blocks. Oh, beautiful whip punish on the back four by Scar, but he misses the rest of the combo.
Scar has been on point with whip punishes. Couple drops here and there with the instant jump too that he's trying. Those are incredibly tight. Scar is notorious for dropping those here and there, but his spacing game has been absolutely on point. And now he's on match point to make top 8 here in week 1 of Kombat Cup Season 2.
And Scar's really sitting in a really comfortable position. Retrotech has not really been able to do much this entire set. Tries to backdash away from him. Gets caught. Down 1.
Oh, down 1!
And you know what? It's smart by Retrotech to be able to do that, to be able to try and get some sort of pressure like that going, because he knows that Scar doesn't really need to take any risks to get out of the pressure. 1-1, the smoke bomb is going to do some hefty damage in the restand.
Retrotech's not going to have a breaker either here. One mix and misses the instant jump too once again. But that should close it out here.
This is going to hurt. Will he be able to break?
And he actually did not end it with the air throw that would have killed. But Scar, that's okay, picks it right back up.
And dropping the brutal. For shame, Scar.
Trying to tag in SonicFox for the kill. Misses up. SonicFox somewhere in the world on tilt.
Triborg wins.
Oh, there you have it, Scar. A quick 3-0 over Retrotech, moving on he will be playing in the top 8 on Wednesday.
Going right in with back one. I've actually seen, I believe it was Third Strike players that would let their opponent perfect them just to see how they approached and what they attacked with, and then played game 2 and just mopped.
There's a lot of different mental mind games with this, actually. And a lot of times, those gimmicks work. They really do. But Tweety just going in with all of this pressure into grabs and the mix-ups, not making sure full auto just can't breathe.
And
Very nice blocks there. Ooh, nice fake out from the interactable there.
Very good use of the spacing there from full auto, not getting hit on that ground pound though.
You know what? That back one by Kenshi, punishing the ground pound on lift.
Very good blowing up the gap there for full out and getting him right where he wants him in the corner, but the down 2 from Tweety.
Full auto trying to make sure that he keeps Tweety as close to the corner as possible. Tweety keep making sure he's not going anywhere. That corner is now full auto's home.
The control has been all Tweety right now. But one hit from full auto can change everything here.
We know the damage that full auto brings.
And the whiff on the back 2. And now he's gonna run in and get the mix. Very good block from Tweety as there's
the range on the down 1.
There's a natural overhead in that string 4-2-2. If you let that rip, or sorry, 4-2 up 2. If you let that rip naturally, with I believe, is it 2-3, 1-2? I can't.
Yeah, I
2 and
think
4.
it's 2-3. Yeah.
But the overhead comes out naturally and is actually a launcher in the corner, or mid screen. You just do the guns off it, or you can cancel it into the low pound, or you can cancel it into standing. So there are some mind games off of that. That was a great block by Tweety. And like I said, if that overhead would have hit, full combo, another knockdown, and Tweety actually might have died off of that, knowing this girl's damage in the corner.
Oh, we've seen how crazy the damage gets with full auto in the corner. We're talking upwards of 38-40% if done right. But here we go, game number 2.
And does the jump the down 2 too early?
Where you make the right read too early.
38%, and Tweety does not want to eat mix.
Oh, and the armor move just whiffs. Tweety going for a reversal grab instead. And the hit confirms.
27%, meterless.
Goes for...
I thought Kenshi didn't do damage.
Yeah, what happened here? I thought Kenshi didn't have the mix. And just the chip damage and the meter that he's building.
What a backdash for Tweety, and checks him with the demon.
That was ridiculous. I have never seen someone backdash it that clean. Back one in the overhead. Here we go, full auto. Healthy 34% there. Oh, and he still clips him. And nice little hit from the good.
Very good for full auto, but he has to watch out for the armor. And Tweety savagely wakes up meterlessly. And still has the bar that full auto's gonna have to respect. Oh, it catches him!
Very nice. Full auto staying alive here. He may be down in the first game, but right there that just shows that he knows what he's doing. But missing these armor attacks are going to be the bane of his existence, as he takes 38% for one bar.
And Tweety using the negative frames there, just jump out of the corner, and that barely connected with the demon. Oh my gosh! It looked like she hit the ground.
The presence of mind to be able to hit confirm like that.
And this man Tweety going back to his Kodo roots in the down 4 mix.
Just that's what you get for playing a character like this long. For him to just break down possess Kenshi to science. So Tweety now up 2-0 on full auto, ready to be our next qualifier for the top 8.
And full auto coming off of full auto here.
No.
Oh my gosh, he goes.
I'm actually surprised.
I've never seen this before.
I know once upon a time he did have a Conjurer Alien, so he did like to mess around with a few other characters, but to go into Predator, I was not expecting this at all. It is time you change your name. You cannot be full auto and play Predators. You can't have us give you props and more than that, not history 10 going with Hunter.
He is officially, for the rest of this set, Exile Hunter.
OD Exile Hunter. Let's hope it pays off for him.
That back one is just going to shred Predator every single wake up. He has to be careful. And he has not gotten anything going. Tweety
is just applying this insane pressure right now.
He
At
knows
such a fast pace, it's hard to keep up with.
He knows that the comfort level isn't there from full auto with this character, and this aggression is taking him right out of this match. And this is full auto's time, because if there's one thing that Hunter does possess, it is the mix in the corner. But
and that EX overhead has 2 hits of armor.
And if I were full auto, I would have definitely scouted that. That's something that you have to make the adjustment on the fly for.
Yo, finally get something going here. But the full screen presence really just isn't there with Hunter. And then Tweety catches up on it, just gets in for free.
Very good downward check to get him off the smart disc. And Tweety just a couple mixes away.
He has an X-ray, but at this point it's just Chip. He goes for the
block breaker. Good, a 50-50 would have come.
Now hold on a second.
Oh my gosh, here we go, guys! And just like that,
Pulls it off.
that is the mix. And Tweety not having the bar. He almost gave him the bar, the boot.
Final round.
Just under that first bar of health, first meter bar for Tweety. He was able to actually apply that Hunter mix.
Now hold on a second. Do not plug the cord out on that life support. OD full auto is still in this.
Unfortunately here, yeah, any hit would have given Tweety another bar, and Tweety blowing up the gap. But now, if full auto opens him up again, it could be Mix City.
Oh no, he misses the anti-air there, goes for a standing 2 instead.
Great reaction from Tweety on the run.
And there we go, is he gonna meter burn it? He does. Hefty chunk of damage.
And baited the armor there, but Tweety delayed it.
Another block breaker, can he do it again? Or it's gonna...
That is the
Full
best
auto.
use of block breaker you will ever see, and one of the few times you will ever even see it. Good stuff from full auto, but Tweety just a little too much in the end.
He used those block breakers perfectly. Gotta give it up a little bit for full auto. It may be a 3-0, but the set does not display how well that those games.
What is your name? Ooh,
Tweety, get off the mic. Later.
So we'll have to see how this plays out. Now this is an interesting matchup because both characters are very pressure oriented. And Frozen Acid, as we've seen, has some of the best hit confirms fire in the community. Period. Like completely undisputed.
Yeah.
But here we go.
For you guys at home, this man is no joke. We've seen him pull off some incredible matches here in Kombat Cup. And the winner of this will move on to play Noble Illusions in top 8.
Right. So, oh wow, and just punishing the gap in the record with 1-1. Oh, and this is going to do so much damage. We're looking at upwards of 43%. 42 into a grab, watching Miguel Jester's health just completely melt. And the mix into the grab. Very nice from Miguel Jester, making sure he gets him up for as long as possible here. Oh,
and the active frames. Hello.
Just graciously swan dives into that hellfire.
2. Fight.
As the great Metallica once said back in the 80s, jump in the fire.
And that's exactly what he did, and he is really feeling it. I mean, the 35% restands into chip territory, into more chip with the flame aura. Good, nice little hit from there, 13%. Now he's going with these teleport cancels now because after Frozen Acid punished the gap in the records, he doesn't want to Just like that, another 1-1-4. And this is actually going to do it if he doesn't block, if he doesn't drop it. There you go, just like that. Frozen Acid up 1-0 on Mingle Jester.
Looking like a man possessed by a demon. Because he kind of is. And Frozen Acid up 1-0, and he's trying to make it to top 8, where he will be competing for cash and more points.
Cold hard cash, and we are not talking Paulo dollars, late. We're talking some serious cold hard cash. Now, this is the big thing. Is he going to stick with Kogu? Because he had a lot of trouble dealing with Hellfire up close. He has the Armored Rekka, but that's only going to get him so. Taking his time with the opts to go with Pyromancer. Maybe opting for a little bit more of a zoning battle, but now the only problem with that is that Scorpion's teleport is so fast that the threat will always be there. So Jester's always going to have that in the back of his mind. Oh, and a huge whiff by Frozen Acid there.
And the Stagger Queen, as I like to call her, Pyromancer, Tanya. She doesn't have a whole lot of mix. She doesn't have a lot of damage, but she will stagger you into the ground.
Just the mixing with this is tearing Jester apart right now. Finally gets hit with the Fairy Dust. Can he make something happen? Healthy 4% chip. Oh, and that is a full combo punish. Just like that. Was in a really good standing to take that round. Just manages to throw it away off of a risky read.
And what
Frozen
Acid
showing some tremendous patience here.
What he's playing for, if he makes it in the top 8, he will get 25 more points. Guaranteed. And if he gets another win, that puts him in 3rd and 4th place, which he will get $50 and 75 points. If he gets another win, he'd have $100 in 2nd place and 125 points. And the winner goes home with $200 for the week and 150 points.
All these staggers right now, finally being able to walk Frozen Acid down. Catch him with that, but one mix is going to be
active frames once again.
Oh, and just look at the damage, even after dropping it 33%.
That's a big drop. With the 2-1, and almost caught him with the active frames again. Trying to convert with the Hellfire. Went for the quick mix.
Nice drill there. He's not out of this just yet.
And look at the active frames on that jump kick. That is one of the most active jump normals in the entire game. During the first week of the game, when we looked at the frame data at my scene, we sat down, we saw that jump kick's active frames, and said, what on God's green earth? I believe it is active for like 13 or 14 frames.
At the very least. I mean, we saw that. You had a chance to get a cup of coffee.
It's actually been a long time since I have looked at it, but that thing is active for days. We actually dubbed it the God Kick.
For obvious reasons, I think. For obvious reasons.
We had someone so triggered trying to anti-air it that we studied the crap out of that jump kick. And he got so triggered trying to anti-air it, and he goes, you know what? That's why. Look at the active frames on that thing right there. And you saw in the play, she jumped into it. Swatted out of the air.
That kick was out there in the open for about a solid 1.5 seconds, and still managed to get hit. And he probably could have hit confirmed off that too if he wanted to.
Oh, for sure. Teleport galore.
Now Jester has decided to stick with Pyromancer. Oh, very nice. Jump one into the hit confirm.
Oh, and trying to dive, but goes right into the flame once again.
Going for a super rush down here.
And
gets caught by the aura.
That's about the 4th or 5th time that the flame aura has caught Mingle Jester. And Frozen Acid is running away with this massive top 8. Actually resets it with the overhead, and that is going to kill.
And it's amazing how quickly things can turn around when you give Hellfire Scorpion that chance. Almost lightning fast how that turns out.
We've seen some of the quickest matches in Kombat Cup with this character. The reset potential and the damage potential once the aura is up. The plus frames off standing 3. Everything with this character can be so deadly if it works. I mean, your life bar can disappear in 2 combos.
go. Quick 23%. That 7-frame standing 3, really putting in work on Jester. And boom, just like that, the crunch, being able to take the next round. Jester not ready to give up.
Showing signs of life. We have not had a reverse 3-0 yet in Season 2. Let's see if we can have our first tonight. And look at that stand 3 actually punishing that dive. Oh my gosh, it looked like the dive should have actually hit the stand 3. But the properties on that stand 3 are crazy.
Very nice patience on Jester, knowing the spacing that he cannot press a button when he activates Flame Aura from that. Oh, and there he goes, just walks right into it. This is going to do a lot of damage. This could potentially kill after chip. Goes for the mix, and the EX Hellfire. And the Speed Bags.
Here we go.
Those are some execution-heavy Speed Bags, man.
On point. Welcome to Top 8 Frozen Acid.
These are rated. Very interesting choice here.
Displacer, one of those characters that crept up on everyone's tier list, but we never saw a whole lot of tournament play with him.
One of the more, a little bit execution-heavy characters when considering his optimal damage, but you know what? If a player like Rewind decides to pick him up, his execution must be on point. As we're seeing, he's doing a pretty good job keeping Sicarios blocking in the neutral, and that's really what you want against Flame. Oh, very nice hit confirm. Oh, just drops the end of it.
And confirmed Frozen Acid is also from Texas. There are 3 Houston boys in Top 8.
Texas is showing up, man. And they've been getting better every single time. Scar, obviously being the player he is, but I mean, Star Charger and Frozen Acid have been getting better every single time we see them. Yeah, Rewind. Oh, very nice EX teleport out of that corner. Into the hit confirm.
He is playing outstanding right now.
This is just some clean displacer rated. But now he has his back towards the corner with not a single bar to spare.
And the raw down 2 from Rewind. Hello!
Rated of all characters.
That down 2 is not great. And very good using the throw, keeping it unbreakable.
Oh my god, that was, wow, and the game 1 fatality.
Welcome to the Kombat Cup. Rewind. Shocking!
Oh, do not do that to me this season. Not doing that. Don't you dare. But as shocking as it was,
Rewind
was dominant. And that was something we were not expecting. We're coming off of someone who played Melina for a majority of the game's life and a little bit of Tanya. And now you see him busting out this clean displacer rating. It's almost a little bit, it's blindsiding not only us, but I'm sure for Kinetic Sicarios as well. Go ahead and get into it. Decided to go with Dragon's Fire. I have to see. Maybe the switching variation might be able to do a little bit better. Just doing all these teleports around just to kind of psych him out, get him to kind of press a button and it'll punish accordingly. Oh, and the waste of the bar there, but beautiful hit confirm there.
Nice little conversion too. Those jump back conversions can actually be pretty tricky on the jump back normals because they incorporate a lot of run, and he was pretty low on stamina to start that. Good conversion for Rewind. If he would have committed to the forward 1-2, back 2 looked like it would have dropped there. Very good recognition, and the throw, Rewind.
Rewind is playing out of his mind right now with Displacer Raiden. And it just seems so.
And look at the whip punish from Sicarios, but he didn't believe. And got him off the armor. What a conversion with the neutral jump punch and the teleport.
And the reversal grab after the block down 3, very smart. Sicarios almost being able to get something going, but the execution just falling short. But not this time, getting some heavy damage, pushing him farther mid-screen.
Look at the damage. Meterless 32 from Raiden. Keeping it unbreakable with the throw. Very good check with the down 3.
Oh, and this
If he doesn't drop it,
block it.
He does drop it!
Oh no!
Very good block on the Vicinity Blast. Any hit here will do it for either player. And doesn't.
Oh, it just, if he timed that interactable just a little bit later.
And that shocker went unchecked. That could have gone bad for Sakaris. If he would have let that slip, I think all the momentum would have been taken away.
Oh, and an execution arrow gives Rewind the chance to get a full combo punish, putting him right in the corner.
Look
and
at
a
that
savage
down 2. And doesn't do anything there. Rewind just caught not blocking.
No mix-up, mix-up. Works every time.
Very good. We've seen it in NRS games, characters with those teleports. The correct thing to do, just check them with crouch normals, and then use the hit stun to your advantage. The Vicinity Blast, 2 hits of armor, and very good from Rewind. Once again, and we get the brutality.
Oh, going for the brutal. Rewind is just out for blood.
Raiden wins.
Now, this puts Sicario's
Pay your respects.
horrible position, because now Rewind is up 2-0 in an almost styling fashion, to the point where now both of Sicarios' variations have not really done any better than the other. So he needs to take a step back, think about what he can do differently, and then make his... But he's going right back into it with Dragon's Fire.
And Rewind, 1 win away from making his first top 8 in Kombat Cup in his first appearance.
Now, being that this is his first appearance, maybe that's another sign of things to come with Season 2. You don't know who else is going to be able to start dominating. People that did well in Season 1. We're looking at Rewind now, getting the first hit, and just immediately getting to work. That one in the shocker.
Those are the gimmicks with Raiden, trying to catch you pressing buttons. The Vicinity Blast, 2 hits, too much for the back 1 from Liu Kang, even though it is double hitting.
Down 1 shocker, catching him out of the air. Quick 11% just for free.
And there's one thing I've seen from him, wow, down 1 shocker for days, is that a lot of those pocket displacers, 4th down 1 shocker to work this match, shockingly, is that a lot of displacers like to use that teleport away into the big boot. We have barely seen big boot at all from Rewind, and it is one of the best normals in the game.
And that's the great part about this place. Wait a minute. Oh, and there you go. Rewind, making sure you're saving that bar just to get that free get off me move
Round 2.
that Displacer brings to the table. Oh, very nice backdash and a full clean whip punish into plus frames. Down 1 shocker. Kind of spacing him out
And
here.
a savage Superman from Rewind.
You can tell he's feeling super confident. He is 1 combo away.
And the EX teleport, so instant, and Rewind is going into top 8, his first time in Kombat Cup.
Congratulations to Rewind. Outstanding Kombat Cup debut.
Lighting up the bracket.
Raiden wins.
Just electrifying the atmosphere with his gameplay. I know.
The most electrifying man in the bracket. Okay, let's stop.
I have to...